in 1984. And then in 2003, I went through the first, training session of Art of Living way back in Bangalore. So how that helped, chakra meditation started then for me. Before that, also I was a performer. I did grow, I made money, I've gone to different places across the country and I got married. But there was a nagging sense of zero fulfillment. In the sense, there was a fear. Kal order aayega, nahi aayega, kal wo mission kaise jayegi, guys, I'm speaking in Hindi and English. I hope it's fine. So we will keep, I keep talking about those nuances, whether it will happen or not, worrying about, because there are passion for success is strong in all of us. Some may say it, some is very subsided within them. Most of us have that passion for success. So what happened post that is, as I practiced my regular Sudarshan Kriya, meditation, etc., now over the years, it has not happened overnight, it has happened in a decade or so. Now nothing bothers me. So I will do 100% of what I am supposed to do fully, without, as if, except a superpower, whomsoever you want to call, I call it God, he or she only can do it better. Then the chances of failure becomes almost minimal because you have put in the best of efforts into it. And that happens because of my gut being right. Because if my gut is clean and if I do regular practice, it is a daily. It is not something which is like done today and the weekends only we do. It doesn't work like that at all. That is a definitive practice that has to be done. That will work for me. It may work differently for different people, but it is like brushing for me. So as you practice some of these things which we will speak about in some time, you will find it even this working for you. And I keep repeating this, stating that I have no native support in this place. I have only strangers coming wherever I go. I've lived across 7 states in India. I've managed people across the globe. Never we had a problem about what we hear today at all, because we are all unique people and we must appreciate what we are. Totally, we don't have a problem at all. I think that's how probably we all collaborate, and that has helped me. So, just coming back to your question on how it connects, there is a very strong connect between gut and emotions via the gut brain axis. So there is a straight axis that goes in, and balanced Manipura actually helps in clear decision making. You know,
Mm-hmm.
you don't have to really worry about what will be the decision. For example, I'm talking extempore here, whatever comes to me. And resilience, because under any pressure, you don't have to break. Because if you probably keep quiet, the situation will take care of itself. Uh, Passion, that's what probably makes us come here and spend this time in the cold morning. You coming from Singapore, despite your personal time in Kolkata, you're hosting it. Shriba had done a lot of great work, Abhyudaya and team. So that's the passion and the effective leadership. I think that's what has a great connect. But also, I think there is a lot of thing I have to add one more piece here. It's called Jataragni, meaning the solar plexus is called Agni. So I uh, so when there is a fire, you douse the fire by water or by some those fumes,
Fire
etc.,
extinguisher, yeah.
fire extinguishers, etc. If you do that, it doses off. So just remember what I said. I will talk about it in a little bit. So when there is
Right,
fire, if you douse it off, it goes off. So,
right,
and we spoke about this is for digestion.
right.
Okay. So I know you got the answers already, but I'm just trying to kindle your thinking. And we all know that this is nothing new which we have to speak. That the gut brain axis, because if your gut is not well managed, and suppose you eat whatever you eat, and there, that Manipura chakra is the one that creates the digestive juices. There are five, six parts it goes to. If you
Right.
put water, if you put Coke, how will it get digested? So it will have all the challenges about bloating, IBS, constipation, anything under the sun. You're not feeling great, about even despite the best food you have. So that's important for us to just understand. It's fire. It's called Jata Ragni. Typically, that has helped for me. 30 minutes after eating any food, I don't take
Mm.
water. It's now about 10, 12 years, and it's not a great rocket science for any one of us. It's just that move away from that water or any cold drink or any hot drinks, etc. Both breakfast, dinner, and the thing, and your lunch. So it applies to all meals. Don't have anything which is cold, hot, etc. No drinks for the 30 minutes. That helps. And it applies when we are partying in this Christmas season or a Diwali season or a Eid season or whichever, or a marriage, etc. So I think that is where I will leave that, Dolan. I hope it's a long answer, but I hope it helped.
No, no, no. It definitely did help a lot. And what really, really fascinated me is that entire concept that you mentioned on gut brain axis. And I would really, I mean, figuratively, literally, as in like the stomach as well as the mind, this connection in terms of how what we are putting inside our body also is to a great extent reflected in the output that we are putting out as a professional. So in our later conversations also, Hari, if you could just maintain a tan of that, I think that would be very, very helpful. Now let me get to another aspect is that we work with some very smart professionals, right? And across coaching conversations, the outcome that they need to bring about, or the changes that they need to bring about, becomes very, very clear. They know that they need to set boundaries. They know that they have to speak up or stop overcommitting, whatever it is. These are very sharp, smart people. They are working with coaches and they know what they have to do. So the issue isn't lack of insight. However, after weeks, when we connect back with them, their meetings, their emails, their decisions look exactly the same as it was a month back. So they know what to do, but they are not being able to make any changes. So, specifically in the context of coaching, Hari, how can understanding of Manipura give or Manipura and gut make coaching more effective both to the coach as well as the coachee? So, all I'm saying that if I am a coach, how is it that understanding of the coachee's gut or Manipura is going to help me better help my coachee in the entire coaching process?
Fantastic. Great question. Very favorite to me. So I give credit to Peter Redding, who trained me into way back in 2018 for this. So before any coaching session, he does something called cleansing, and
Mm-hmm.
which we do something called meditation. But he very effectively did. He will take two, three deep breaths. He will say that, Hari, I'm cleansing all the, earlier coaching session, whatever are the, views, discussions I had, it's all gets emptied. I'm kind of putting a water on that, and I'm clean. I'm centered. And if I need to have water, if I need to have some food, etc., etc., I have it. Then and obviously anything is out except that I'm only centered. My executive presence, which is the most important thing in any coaching, that is felt by the coachee. So that's where the Manipura chakra works. And because I do that, then my listening skills become active listening. Listening for reacting is something, as a coach, we have to be doing active listening without trying to answer some of the things what they are saying. It is a reflection that happens. So when you actually have a strong Manipura chakra, you become strong in executive presence, be a great active listener. And because you have listened pretty much from the, I can't say gut, from a complete oneness, a complete oneness. I'm talking to you. I have no other thing going on except a Manipura chakra. So it helps me to ask the right questions to the coach, Chi. Because otherwise, if I ask a very kind of, suppose I am as a coach, if I'm interested in the result, then I will ask leading questions, which is not what ICF states and which is not what they had taught us. So we probably need to ask questions that are helping the coachee to get him into the answer himself, get into the full potential, show him the mirror. All this happens when you have a well managed Manipura chakra. But I'll just come to the Kochi. So to the Kochi, that's what I do normally in that, when I work with people, all of them are pro bono because I still work, is that I ask them to give me that 2-3 minutes before the start of the session, where they are grounded, their mobile is switched off, if they want to have water, etc., they can have, and then do a 2-minute meditation, just some deep breathing, and then asking them to relax. What it does, it also helps the coachee because 99% of the effort in coaching is coachee's effort. We are just 1% because we are not supposed to do the job. The coachee has to do the job. So I helps her or him to identify the root causes or self-doubt without probably having any fear of failure. Typically you just spoke about everything is agreed in a week, coaching, accountability partner is there. But next time around he comes and says, sir, maine to kuch, sorry, I have not done anything. So it is a sheer procrastination. And that comes from the fact a laziness. And as I said earlier, it's all in us. All the chakras has to be balanced. I think Jaya beautifully pointed out in the conversation with David yesterday when somebody asked the question. All the chakras are important. It's not one over another. I think it is one with another. So, however, each one of them has a very specific act, specific benefit that happens. I think Manipura chakra it gives that intuitive signal to the coachee. Let me do this. Let me do that small 1% of change today, and then tomorrow 1%. That becomes 99% in about 99 days because
Right.
change cannot happen in a day. And it
Hmm.
helps the coachee to do empowered decision making because he or she is the boss. It is not the coach. So when
Right.
that feeling comes, then that person feels, wow, there is that happiness goes on. I am the guy. So I will
Hmm.
do this. So, and it also gives that resilience and boundaries to him also. While as a coach, whatever we do, but brings that resilience because it's a two-way street. And while we all talk about inner drive, purpose, etc., these are all
Hmm.
big things for a common man like me to understand. I never understand this even now. While I understand it because it's in theory, but everybody says, I found the purpose, etc., etc. But I think, yes, there is a broad purpose which we all get from our families, from our parents, etc., or the surroundings, or the culture. But each one of us has a very unique purpose with which we have come in because we are different. We are different forms of energy. We are an
Right.
energy particle, we are a
Hmm.
quantum energy. So, to that extent, that purpose gets determined because you have a clear gut. And for the coach, obviously, I did speak about the deeper connection. And typically, we talk about holistic strategies. You just don't do one. You look at the
Yeah.
causal and then start managing that. You don't look at, you tend to ask the question, tell me, okay, great. in your entire life, if this would have happened, tell me one time, how did you handle it? And that coachee definitely gets that answer herself or himself. And as a coach, we are all bound by ethics of ICF or whichever organization we all follow. So it gives us that ethical and effective interventions
Yeah.
because we are not supposed to side with one or the other. For us, all are kind of equal. So that gives that equanimity to the coach.
Right.
And it also helps to foster the self awareness in the clients
Mhm.
because that's what is the key. I hope a long
No,
answer, but
absolutely.
all
No,
because this is
not.
a very favorite topic of mine when you said
Yes.
coach and coaching. So yeah.
It's not long, but it's just that there's so many perspectives to digest that one has to be really, really focused to be able to really pick up the pearls and then continue living through it in their day-to-day life. Now, the next question where I would like to weave everything together is that, at this present point in time, there are lots of changes which is going on in the market. Jobs getting redundant, AI transforming jobs, whatever it is. The reality is things are getting changed a lot. Now, there are a lot of people who say that, oh, I could see that coming, or I could like feel that signal. So, my question is when we talk about trusting the gut, or do you have the guts to do these? These are metaphors which are used very commonly, you know. So, is there actually a connection between this physical gut and the idea of guts? That's a gutsy person, or he had a very strong gut or intuition of perceiving what's coming. So, what is the connection with the actual gut, which is our navel, I mean, the Madhya Pradesh of our body, and the guts of a person, which you can call the insight or the way of being able to preempt things or whatever it is? So, how do we connect that? And also, if you can really say, how do you connect guts or gut and really being able to pursue the sense of purpose? I know I'm asking a lot of things because there is so much to learn on this particular topic, but if you could just manage that. Number one is actual guts and guts of a person, and second is guts and purpose. How do we really look at these connections?
So at this point of time, I would like you to just imagine a guy called three people. I would like you to imagine Arnab Goswami. Okay, a lot of people hate, but just remember him. Okay, for the kind of questions he asked and how that guy changed. We can have different views, affiliations, but he did help us to get a change. Look
Mm-hmm.
at Indira Gandhi in the 1971 war, when we made other nation, kind of surrender to our army.
Right.
He went with the Manek Shah's dictate, and then she listened to him fully, but he said go. So she took that decision. Or look at the current dispensation in terms of what we did when there are attacks on our mother nation. So the point is that's a gut to me. So do I have the gut in, say, I think Jaya did touch upon this yesterday. Why I'm doing all this is it's a weaving because we are going through these 2 days. It's important for me
Right.
to understand where we started and where we are in the middle.
Right.
Is that she a very beautiful thing. How do you say something uncomfortable to the coachee?
Mm-hmm.
Very conflicting, very assertive. You don't have to be that yes man or yes woman or a Hanji culture in coaching. That's not coaching.
Yeah.
Okay. So you have to be very clear, and the coachee obviously has to accept that, as the right thing, as perceived by him.
Right.
So to me, so remember these three examples and the example Jaya gave. So that's where to me, trust your guts and have the guts. It has a very profound intuitive wisdom, both on physical, psychological, and the innermost core of the body.
Mm-hmm.
It actually, gut is an information hub. It
Right.
actually, if you see, it processes emotions and danger signals. We keep hearing butterflies, like Jaya
Mm.
said that she couldn't sleep day before yesterday, and she didn't sleep even yesterday because 12:44 a.m. I could see a WhatsApp from her. So I don't think it is a negative gut, but it is just that passion to ensure this goes successfully.
Mm-hmm.
So I think there is that danger is not a bad word. It is just that it is a how do I call it? It's a proactive way of telling you, look at it, see that red flag, attempt to clear it before red becomes fire.
Mm.
Okay,
Right.
so it's not. So it actually it signals faster than the cognitive brain, linking courage, fearlessness, clarity, and intuition. So the physical gut, I'm coming to the physical part.
Right.
There is something called enteric nervous system. I'm just using it because the people are across the world. It is a second brain that communicates extensively with your central nervous system via the vagus nerve and
Right.
produces significant amount of serotonin. I'm sure all of us
Yeah.
would
Mm.
have heard it. It's a mood stabilizer,
Mm.
and it actually processes fear and anxiety both. Because I think in the yesterday night discussion which Shiba hosted, someone spoke about, I think it's Sen Gupta, Srinjan. I think she spoke about Gen Z, or I think Victor. He spoke about the Gen Z has no fear in saying,
Mm.
I'm anxious, I have a mental health issue. It's okay to talk about it.
Mm.
So I think that is a very clear linkage to the Manipura chakra.
Mm.
Only if we were to speak about it in a nicer way, in a way that is understood by the crowd without being prescriptive, that
Mm.
helps them. And that helps us also, provided we accept that there is a problem, it helps us. And it obviously has a metaphorical strength because it is the gut area is the physical center of gravity. So I, being a physics graduate, it's a
Yeah.
center of gravity. It obviously gives that core strength which you touched upon in the first question.
Yeah.
And it is the anatomical power source of physical action and assertion.
Mm.
Physical action and assertion. So it's not something, it's a very definition of courage. That's how I
Right.
spoke about those three examples: Indira Gandhi, Narendra Modi, Arnab Goswami, and then some metaphorical thing which Jaya spoke about. Because you must understand that as a coach, we need to have guts
Mm.
to speak the truth, even though that may be uncomfortable, ask the question. I think that's where handling this chakra clearly helps us. It
Mm.
kind of gives you the clarity of mind, gut feeling, the rapid intuition, clear decision making. Typically, in our age of today, knowledge is very free. You can get it like this.
Right.
Okay. So then, obviously, you will have cluttered mind. Dolan is
Yes.
saying something, Shiba is saying something, Jaya is saying something, Peter is saying something, Amrita Singh is saying something, Harlina is saying something. But what do I do? I do what I like. But for that, obviously, you need to be able to take all those six, seven knowledge in the right spirit without getting worked
Right.
up. Then you get very passionate, but get it, calm down, absorb it, and
Right.
do a clear signal. That's where I think managing
Mm.
the gut helps. And clear-cut actionable insight that comes for the coach also,
Yeah.
because it's important for the coach to ask the right open-ended question. That's where Manipura Chakra comes. So
Right.
I'm sorry if I have brought in the coaching too much because we are a coaching organization. So
Right.
it keeps coming to me. The purpose
Right.
is spirituality to reality, and there is honestly spirituality need to be seen as a definitive element in one's life. It doesn't matter which God you believe, which religion you belong to. It is imbibed in us as a human being. You may worship or not, but it's a physical energy. It is a quantum energy. We're all just an energy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, that was really, really profound, Hari. And from a coaching perspective, we mostly are lots of people here who are coaches. But one thing that really stood out for me is when you mentioned that the gut is also a seat of serotonin, which is basically controlling our moods or our swings, big swings. And with so much of discussion on mental health and balance and etc., etc., I think this is also the right time to really pursue a lot of information and knowledge on the second brain, which is gut, both physically as well as its manifestation on the way we manage our lives. But there are some people who are very good at hiding it. There might be a lot of stress. They go towards caffeine and they manage as if life is like a smooth flowing river, which may not be true. So, Hari, biggest question is what are some of the subtle signs that someone's solar or Manipura the gut power is completely out of balance, and how might this show up emotionally and physically? So number one, what are the signs that this is off balance and it can show up physically and emotionally? And second is some quick tips. We understand that, boss, my blood pressure is going up. So some quick tips to really take it back in control. So two things.
Yeah, thank you. So, I'm going to take a Tamil proverb, Alavukku minjinal amurdamum nanju, which means if you have amrit, which is the most important thing which should be had, if you have beyond the prescribed quantity, it is poisonous. Same
Okay.
way, a Manipura chakra, it can be both overactive and underactive. It is not that, we will not
Only
go,
more is better. Yeah.
more is better. That is not true. I think this anywhere it is the kind of just right. The moderateness is what is important. I
Hmm.
think when you are having an underactive, deficient energy, it shows up like low self confidence, self esteem. To be fair,
Hmm.
I must say the vulnerability. I did go through this in 2007 8. I didn't know it was
Hmm.
gut. Actually, I went through an MRI. Finally, I found it was vitamin D and B12 because I'm
Hmm.
a vegetarian. But
Hmm.
however, it took me many years for me to come out of it. It was not 1 year, it took me about 3 years for me to have a self belief in me that I am capable. I can
Hmm.
do anything what I want. I can help others. I can work with teams. I went through real challenge. I
Hmm.
had very low self confidence. Suppose you ask me, what will happen tomorrow? Tomorrow there will be war. I will start saying that. Then I will call, Shiba and say, अच्छा मैं जाऊं आपके दफ्तर आने के लिए should I take the Xavier red signal or I go
One
straight
second.
and then I think somebody
One
has.
second, Hari. I think someone has their mic on unmute. I request everyone to please be on mute for the moment. Thank you. Over to you, Hari.
Yeah. So there is a need for external approval. Suppose I would go to Jaya's office. There is a simple way to go, but no. I'm confused. No. I want to go. I'll call her and say, should I come here? Where there is a Google map, I'll call her and ask, should I come here? Do you know there is traffic? All those questions. And there is a nagging fear and anxiety. Always I am doubtful. मेरा नौकरी चले जाएगा ये आ गया. I'm kind of, I'll take mine. I'm 61. I have completely zero fear on what is going to happen because I have to do what I am supposed to do. And when you have a underactive or almost inactive Manipura chakra, you have that fear and anxiety. And you will get a victim mentality. Why me? Why God is punishing me? Why everybody is asking me? Why even when I go in the right way, somebody is coming as some Zomato guy is coming in a scooter and then hitting me. Why me? But that's the way the 10-minute delivery is. You're supposed to take care. So it's not only me, even I could be and all of us could be. And there will be a lot of anger and aggression. Anger and aggression, as you rightly asked, somebody may not show up because that's a nature of just, kind of hiding things up. But someone like me can never hide anything. It'll just come out automatically on my face, on the action. That's okay. I don't have to copy anybody, and then you are you, and I am I. That anger and aggression, so in some form, will be there. And Ashin, can you mute, please? Thank you. Really appreciate it. I'm sorry, guys. Can you all mute? It's unfair when as a participant, I also do this. The goodness of this team is they have not muted it on their own. There is a Zoom function which we can do. Um, so there is a jealousy and greed that comes up. And there are the physical issues. Well, as I spoke about Agni, there is a digestive issue because you're not managing it. There is a chronic fatigue. You know what I'm saying? When you have good food, again you will feel sleepy. And there is a weight fluctuation because somebody suddenly becomes 110, somebody becomes 72. For example, I became 72 kilos, when it came in to me. And there is a tension, nagging tension in the gut area, whether you have it or not have it, whether it is food, drinks, whatever it is, but you have that nagging gut. And there is an adrenal and pancreas issues. All these are related. It is all, there are 6 parts that are related to the gut. So there is obviously behavioral changes. There is an indecisiveness. There is a procrastination. Suppose I can't set boundaries, I can't say no, then there is the analysis paralysis, which happens in most of the organization where there is only PPT culture. You'll keep analyzing, you will go through the data endlessly for years, you'll never be able to take a decision because there are so much data, so much analysis, so much paralysis that's there. And when somebody has a low gut gone, then I think that's where I've spoken about all the negative things. If gut is not there and when it is overactive, also, all this will surface. Dolan, I hope I have answered you.
Sure. So I think, Hari, we have been talking about this a lot. Why don't we take our listeners through a visualization meditation with which they can walk away with some actual practical tips on what to do to manage your gut if it feels in knots?
Yeah, yeah. So those of you who are sitting, can you all close your eyes? Mobile ko band karna padega. Please switch off your mobiles if possible. That will be useful because then it will be me and you talking. If all of you have done, let me start. आंखें बंद कर लें. Let's close our eyes and take a normal deep breath. Just take a normal deep breath. Just sit comfortably wherever you are. Straight spine. रीढ़ की हड्डी सीधा रखें. And the hands resting on your knees. The palms facing outwards. And you can keep it in Agni Mudra, the tips of thumbs and ring fingers touching slightly. You don't have to really press it. Gently close your eyes, even though it may be tough for us to do it at 10:47 a.m., the peak of our productivity, but let's just do it for a few minutes. And keep a big smile on your face. Even if you have to fake it, make it. Fake it to make it. Trust me, when you smile, you don't have to, you'll save a lot of money in today's world. Just keep smiling. Take a deep breath in and breathe out. Every incoming breath energizes you. Every outgoing breath relaxes you. So you just need to remember this simple theory. With that, when you take a deep breath in, it is energizing you. And breathe out, that is relaxing you. Now you're completely relaxed. Just take your thoughts to the area just above the navel, just above the navel. Visualize a bright, spinning golden yellow light, the one which we get about 6:15 to 6:30 a.m. every day morning through sun. A spinning golden yellow light in this area. With each inhalation, imagine this light growing brighter, warmer, and more powerful, filling the entire abdomen and body with the energy. With each exhalation, imagine this vibrant energy expanding outward, consuming any negativity because you're relaxed, self-doubt or fear, and radiating confidence and strength. Typically, you should do it for about 20 minutes, but here we will probably did it for about 2 minutes. I encourage all of you to do it for whatever time you have. Even 10 minutes, it's a very simple thing. Just breathe in and breathe out and imagine a bright mini sun that is around the navel, and just close your eyes and just enjoy that feeling, that energy that has come into your abdomen with full of energy, and keep a big smile. That's the most important thing. And there is one more thing, there is a mantra. So the mantra is nothing but it's all related to the energy. It's called Ram. So you can do that also. So it's Ram actually, not Ram. Like somebody spoke about Vam yesterday. I think the second chakra. This is called Ram. So this is the mantra. I think it's come from a lot of research in the earlier times, but that up to us to take it also. And the last one, which I will leave you with, is also Kapalbhati. All of us knows it. Ramdev does it at 6 a.m. for crores of people. So Kapalbhati, but do it gently. Okay. Uh, with this great feeling, blissful feeling, with a lot of energy in the navel. Take a normal deep breath in and breathe out with this abundant energy in your gut, activated Manipura chakra, with that blissful feeling. Bless yourself, bless your family, bless the community, bless the nation, Bharat, and bless the whole world. May we all be with the right decisions to add value to the people whom we get in touch in a positive way. You may open your eyes. आंखें खोल सकते हैं. Dolan, over to you.
Thank you so much, Hari. And the only thing that I would like to say over here is that, as a practitioner, this may seem a little cynical. I mean, what are we talking about? This is not something how life goes on in the middle of a post-lunch meeting, where someone who has been in the corporate world for the last so many years, till the last 2 years, and now I have become a full-time coach, this actually works. Before you are getting into a board meeting presentation, before you are getting into a tough conversation with a coachee, this 2 minutes of grounding really manages your gut and prepares you to have a way more impactful conversation. Saying that, I'm just being cognizant of the fact, Hari, that we have 7 more minutes. So what I'll do is I'll ask you one question and then let's get into affirmation, because that exercise is also very, very important. So the question to you is, Hari, what are the 3 ways? You obviously ran us through this particular exercise, but physically as well as emotionally, if you give 3 quick tips of managing one's gut so that one can be way more purposeful in their conversations or the way they are coming across to the external world. I mean, it can, and please start with the physical also, that eat like this, sleep like this. Let's start with the physical, and then let's get into the emotional. 3 quick tips one can use to manage gut very, very well.
So physical, I will start with the food that has worked for me, and then I've gone through several courses. Is that what you eat what you like? It doesn't matter. But in moderation. In the sense, the portion control is the key. If I was 19, I could have probably, my metabolism is very high, probably, 3 lacha parathas with 1 full plate of dal makhni and 1 kadai paneer. I'm a vegetarian, so I'm touching upon them. That would have got digested. I've eaten that. I'm talking about 19, when I was 19. And today at 61, probably a half a lacha paratha and 2 spoons of dal makhni and a half spoon of paneer. That's what I need. So the minute I cheat myself and I eat more, then the gut goes into a challenging issue. So that is on the food. So eat what you like, absolutely. Take care of your own medical history, etc., because that's all very personal. So there is no views on that with me, but eat what you like, but in moderation. Number 2 is, as I said earlier, it's a Jata Agni, it's a fire. So if you put water, that's a digestion that has to happen. So then the digestive power goes off. Then you will have to go to Jelusil, or you have to go to that Himalayas new one which has come, or somebody told me one more medicine, because we are all chemists now by now. In India we believe in doctors. We take pop-up pills ready. I'm not generalizing it. Most of the people, educated people. So I think you don't need it. Just the 30 minutes. Don't drink anything. Just do some minimal walking. About 5 minutes, 4 minutes on the phone. You chat while walk. I think that will help. The digestive power goes off. And the third is pretty important. If possible, I will kind of use the word very, very selectively. A lot of people in India do that now. Have dinner before 6 p.m. Before the sun sets, have dinner. That is on the physical eating bit. Just to tell you, it has nothing to do with India. I had Tony Gattuso was my boss in UK. We had our dinner at 5:45 p.m. So we don't have to tom and say we were doing something awesome. That's called supper there. So it's not something which we have invented. I'm just saying that we need not be so proud, but still don't do. But whereas in West, at least I'm UK, I can think of a lot of people just eat salads with oils, etc. They don't eat anything heavy. Even when they drink, they don't eat those chicken and mutton and very strong vegetarian snacks, etc. That's all probably we have imbibed to manage it. I'm not criticizing anything, but that's one on the physical bit of it.
Right. So,
on the, generally, I'm becoming Arnab Goswami, but before the session, I have the deep breath and just relax.
right.
That, okay. The rest of it, I think I'm running out of time. Contact Abhyudaya. I can do a free
Yeah.
for anyone who's interested. Yeah, go
Right.
ahead.
So, Hari, I don't think we will have the time for the affirmation at this point in time. I think let us just close in time. And as you rightly mentioned, anybody who wants to get in touch with Hari can definitely go through Abhyuday and do that. That's not an issue. So I think few things that I would like to keep the audience in mind before I hand it over to you is that clarity, courage, intuition, boundaries, they are not something which is outside. It's well within ourselves, and it's for us to really claim and contain it. And breathe simply. I mean, it's not something, some major complex science. Breathe, be careful of your body, what you're putting in, because a lot of that will be instrumental in what are the things which are coming out in terms of our expression, our emotions, and our thoughts when we are interacting with people. Any parting thoughts, Hari, so before we close the session? Because we are right on time.
Yeah, just about 1 minute.
Yeah.
I think I don't consider myself as a dustbin, okay, to put anything that others, excess of others coming into me, put it in the dustbin and not me. Very strong statement, but if we all follow that, that will be fantastic. Because you don't have to do because we're ban gaya, there is enough food and then you have to finish it. No, you don't have to. You can give it to somebody or whichever way you like. So that is pretty important. And the
Sure.
second thing is, to my mind, there's a new concept of vasuli. Suppose you got a 600 rupees thing from a hotel, you have to finish it, because the prices in Delhi NCR is equivalent to US now of any portion. There is a thing but I think we should take care of ourselves, do that portion control.
Right.
I'll take 30 seconds, Shiba, just be with me. The affirmations are simple. I am confident and powerful. I trust my decisions. You are worthy of success and respect, and you have the control of your life and nobody else. And these are the affirmations. I'll try and post it. I'll request Jaya and team to see how these
Right.
posts can be sent to people. Really, thank you all for putting that 60 minutes.
Yeah.
And these are views. As I said, consult your doctors if you are medicated, etc. But this is a definite thing which we all must practice. My request is for you to
Thank you.
be
Yeah.
blessed and have a fantastic life. Just a 10-second. At I think 5 p.m. we have a fantastic session by Atika Dandia on throat chakra. Just to keep you all posted, she is the internationally acclaimed yoga practitioner. Don't miss it. That's my request to you. People come from across the world to listen to her. Thank you.
Thank you
Thank you,
so
Jaya,
much.
for
Thank you so much, Hari, Jaya, and Shriba.
Thank you all. Thank you.
Thank you all for this wonderful session. As we are absorbing everything that has been said, this time, please use to reflect and get connected with your intuitive gut. We will see you at 2 o'clock after the break with another session that will open up your heart with the heart chakra. See you on the other side.
Thank you.